All right, well, here we go. I guess we're getting started with the live stream here that I usually do on Thursday nights. This is something I've been doing for a little while now, and tonight we're gonna be doing some fun stuff. Oh yeah. Well, I got my buddy here, Antonio, here with me. Thank you for coming here, Antonio. I appreciate it. He wants to do kind of a career like I do too with the radio business, whatever he got here. But this is kind of like a thing that I've been doing for quite some time, and it's just a job that you gotta hang with it and you gotta move it. There's nothing wrong with having a radio job, and radio job is they pay a lot of money. They pay a lot. They can pay a lot of money. I swear to God, it's weird. I mean, but it'd be fun to make a lot of that money. Just to have everything going on. And I would like to make a lot of money with this career because you can make a lot of billions of dollars of cash and a bunch of stuff with this thing. You can make a whole lot of cash, and I'm not in work and everything for the money. I'm just in this career because I love to talk, and it's something that's never gonna make me go down. So no one can ever deny me on that one. But I love to talk, and if you don't respect that, then get out of here. Um, but I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But anyway, um, it's having this job is very. It's a dream job. I mean, having a job like this just makes you want to just have your hands and just pray. Oh, thank you, Jesus, for having a job, because I like to have this job, because this is something that has got to be something that I want to do, to make a career, and that's a possibility. There actually is a radio station just right down the street, from my house, right down the street. So it just ain't that far away, just a few blocks, but it ain't that far away. Um, You're probably wondering, what are you wearing this hat for? What hat is that? It's my John Cena hat. John Cena, the guy that puts his hands in front of his face. Oh, wait a minute. The guy that took his hand from his ear and say, "Oh, brother, brother, brother," and put it in front of his face, brother. That is that is something else. I tell you what, John Cena and Hulk Hogan, they are woohoo. I tell you what about John Cena and Hulk Hogan. Oh my God, they are. I mean, they are just two kinds of people, and they're. I mean, they're just out. They're just there. I mean, John Cena and Hulk Hogan are the two biggest names in wrestling. A lot of people hate them because they were not. But a lot of people think that Hulk Hogan is better than John Cena. Hulk Hogan is better than John Cena by a long shot. I mean, I'm not talking about John Cena because I love John Cena no matter what. John Cena is my favorite superstar of all time. It's it's just something I brought into. A lot of people from the '80s generation had Hulk Hogan. Well, I in the 21st century have John Cena. That's why I like John Cena. And well, I went to actually a show not too long ago. Actually, last Sunday. Last Sunday, I went to the Quad Cities. They had their WWE live show. It's a good show. And over in the Quad Cities, where it's only like about an hour drive from here. And I went there with one of my friend and his dad, and then did a bunch of stuff. And we got there, and oh my God, this place, it was packed like it was ready for almost Monday Night Raw over there. I mean, you never see anything like that. But that's the second time I've been to the center. I went there back in 2010 for a Raw when I was about in sixth grade. And the thing is about when you have that. Um, when you have to work with getting the crowd and pumped and everything and doing this and doing that you have to get the crowd going just to make them think, I want to be you someday. I want to be a wrestler someday. A lot of people thought, a lot of people inspired, by Ultimate Warrior before he died. May him so rest in peace. But before he died, he said that a lot of people came up to him when he was pretty young and said, I want to be you someday. I want to be a wrestler. I want to be just like you one day. And I bet a lot of people, when they were little kids, probably people in like NXT nowadays, and probably people, and somewhat, they're starting their career in WWE now, and a lot of people maybe back then probably saying, "Hey, you know what? I met the Ultimate Warrior, and I was just a kid, and I'm living the dream today, and I know him personally." So it'd be good to say that, hey, I got a chance to meet Ultimate Warrior, and think, okay, um, this is something that that's it's gonna be amazing, because a lot of people wanted to say, I want to be a wrestler. Well, that's that's a big step to be a wrestler. That's a big step. Well, I see Antonio joining the call here. Thank you. Um, Thanks for coming here, Tony. I see you have your picture there. It's Dean Ambrose, the WWE 15 thing. Mm. I get my copy on the 18th, and just that's on the 360 though. On the Xbox One, it comes out on like the I think the 20s. I can't think of it. I think maybe it's the 18th of November. I think so. Yeah, because it comes out on the 28th of October this month for Xbox 360 and PS3, whatever, if you play those games or not. But I just wanted to say thank you to my fans who've been watching my channel lately. I got 28 subscribers already. Thank you so very much. And I got over 6,000, just over 6,000 views now. And someday I want to reach 50 subs and over just about 10,000 views. I mean, that's gonna take a while to me to do it, but you know what? It's gonna take a while to head to that goal, and that's a goal I'm gonna shoot for. And probably by then, I'm gonna be a lot more advanced with this stuff, because by this Christmas, I asked for like a big microphone and just a bigger headset, because I can talk into it and make sure you can hear me and everything. You probably can hear me like this now, but I just wanted a bigger headset so I can see. You can hear what I'm doing and everything and whatever, blah. um, but that way you guys can hear what I'm saying a little more clear, because probably through this like little microphone, maybe you can hear me, which is good. But I want something a little bit bigger just to do this. So if anyone has any questions, go ahead and say something. But Antonio, can you hear me, bud? Do you have a mic on you, or do you just you gonna just like put something in the chat or something if there is one? Cause I don't know if there is. Okay. Well, all right. Well, this is gonna be a good thing here. So, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what I want to say here. Well, can't think of anything to talk about. Well, that's the thing about radio. You can never stop talking when you're on the radio. Well, there, I got something to say right there. So when you're on the radio, you can never stop talking. Really, it's kind of their radio gig thing. Whatever. I like to do a lot of this, and when I keep doing this is a career that I'm gonna, have to step into. This is a big shot for me to make the big time. You can do this with radio. You can interview like famous people from all the way up from like India. If there's a famous guy in India, there probably is. They probably have their celebrities in India. Here's like we have our celebrities here in the United States, which are more cool and more famous and everything. But it's a milestone to do this, to do a career like this. So I mean, to have a career with radio, it's a big step, and I'm gonna take it. So I like that. This is a career. I'm gonna have my own station one of these days. Um, but if I get to that point, then I'm gonna say, dude, I made it. I've made it. I've come so far, and since my high school career, since high school, I've wanted to do this, and I've done it. There's nothing wrong to say I can do this, and I can say, well, it's this is just a big milestone, and I gotta go up the ladder and everything just to make it seem more fun. And and a career like this, it's fun. You can make a lot of this. Like I said earlier, you can do this with that. All you do is talk all day. That's it. And I like to talk, and I will never shut up. So, but there's a time to talk, and there's a time to shut your lip hole. But that's a quote by my mother. There's a time to talk. Well, no, no, not by my mother. That's a quote by the Bible. Um, but there's a time to talk, and there's a time to pretty much shut your mouth. So it's kind of almost, he does the Bible doesn't say that. The Bible doesn't say that exactly, um, but that's pretty much what it sums up to be. If you're a person who likes to read the Bible, a lot of Christians, they read the Bible, they go to church, they learn about Jesus. Jesus is a good man. He's a good man. He died almost 2014 years ago for us. But that's not getting to church. Church people like it kind of boring. So, all right. Well, if you since this will be going on my YouTube after this, I want you guys just to make sure to give this video a big like, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to leave a comment in below, please. I would appreciate that, and make sure to check out my other videos, because you know what? I got another video of this too. So I got another video of doing Thursday Talk, and I actually might keep doing this for a while. I might keep doing Thursday Talks, and it's gonna be doing this for a while, so I can get my views, and I can get people to watch me and become famous, and I can sign autographs for people if they ever meet me in from a big city. So when I'm like way older and stuff and everything, and time to move out of the house, and I'm going to college to make a career out of this job, and they're gonna teach me a lot of stuff. I'm gonna ask them to teach me more about like what techniques is there to do with being a broadcaster, and there probably is more than I'm doing right here. So a lot of people come on YouTube just to make videos about how to do things, and that's okay. I need to make one of those too. So and I need to make another video that draw my life thing. I need to do that too. That'd be a thing to do. But I have to go back and edit the footage, do all this and that, which I can do. And I'm good with making some logo designs. I'm good with that as well. But hey, Tony, you got your mic thing yet? You got your mic working, or are you just still working on it? Just message me here on Facebook and just tell me what's going on. Okay, well, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to him here in a minute. So whenever you're ready to say something, Antonio, you can just say something, and I'll let you go ahead and talk for a few minutes. I don't know if your video will be going right away. I don't know if you'll be able. I'll probably will hear you through this, but I don't know if your voice will come up on YouTube or not. It probably will, since mine is, but since I may be the host of this, I don't know. So I'll have to just see whenever you're ready for a mic. Just go ahead and say whatever you like, and I'll have to listen to you. So you can add on to stuff I said about WWE, and you could talk about the CM Punk thing, whatever you want to do. It's up to you, bud. So this is kind of like your show too. So I mean, don't. This is like your other show, but okay. Sorry about that, fans. I was just talking to my friend here. But a good thing to do is to get into a job like this is to make you feel how many what's this career gonna do for me to make sure that when I go out and find this job myself, what am I gonna do to make a career living out of this? Because I want to make a career out of myself, and I think if I do a career out of myself today, tomorrow, whenever, I think this career is gonna boost up my self-esteem. And you know what? When my confidence today, it's shot up because I'm more productive, and I'm more, just more. Have a lot of confidence in myself. Just take myself more enthusiastic about this job. And excuse me a minute. But a career like this, it makes you just want to wonder. I mean, there's in the bigger cities like Chicago, Los Angeles, Miami, Boston, whatever. a lot of people they a lot of people there's a lot of radio stations up there, and those radio stations they a lot of those radio stations up there, what they do is they oh, wait a minute. Oh, we got Antonio here. All right, thanks. All right, there we go. Well, he's about to say something because his thing popped up there, but good enough. He just about had something there. So Antonio, whenever you want to say something, go ahead because you're on here now, I think. So you probably can see me and look on. Hello, everyone. Hello. How you doing today? How's everyone doing today? Good. Good. But like I was saying earlier, well, it's gonna be a big milestone for me to hit this career here. So I would love to have a job like this. I mean, you got to compete with other radio stations. That's one thing. You got to compete with them, so you can be the best of all of them. So, I mean, I've been told that many times myself, but that's a career you got to do. You got to make sure you want people to listen. That's the first thing in doing video, audio, whatever. That's almost like the first thing you got to do to have a career in this speculation of a job. So, can you hear me over there, Cross Buddy?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I hope this goes on YouTube so I can hear your voice too.
Yeah, I just figured it out.
Oh yeah, that's good. You got it. I'm glad you got it. All right, we can have a chat here. Okay. Man, no one's watching our thing yet. That's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, it is.
Damn it. Well, is there anything you want to comment on about the WWE 15 game that comes out on October 28th for the 360? Anything you want to say about that?
I'm more excited about Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville.
My brother was showing me earlier today that they're only doing the career NXT thing on the Xbox One, I think. I don't know if that's the right thing or not, because I know next gen is going to be more higher up and everything. It'll look real, but it's I mean, I'll still stick with the 360 I got sitting over there. So
Yeah, I was reading online about my career mode. It says it's gonna be in next gen's consoles. Um, I heard that the roster from the 360 and PS3 will be the same thing for next gen.
well, it's gonna be really huge. So this game's gonna be huge, and they've had a lot of entrances lately. I've only seen at least maybe a few, like 3 entrances so far. I've seen John Cena, I've seen Randy Orton, and I've seen Goldust. John Cena, I saw his entrance was like they were doing like a Gamescom thing, I think in Germany. I think I do that,
Yeah.
and they were showing the John Cena's entrance, and I think someone found the video, must have edited it or something, and they decided to like put his song in there and just or put like the crowd, coming up with his name and everything, and just doing this and just doing that, whatever. But I mean, because I think they were wearing headphones, so you couldn't even hear it, which kind of sucked. But whatever. And then Randy Orton comes out like and everything. I mean, it looks more real. I mean, it looks just like him. So
Yeah, and I hope John Cena's voice will be when he talks to the camera on his entrance.
Yeah, they're gonna. I heard that if CM Punk is gonna be in the game, which I hope he is. Man, I kind of miss him, but well, people are just saying, "Oh, come back, come on back to the WWE." It's not gonna. It ain't gonna happen for a little while.
Yeah, I hope they figure out something about making him saying it's clobbering time and best in the world. Maybe they'll
That's
figure it out with Marvel or something.
Cause that's what I heard that they were gonna do that with him this year. That's what I heard they were gonna do with his thing this year, because it's gonna be a good one. Um, but it's gonna be probably bigger than last year's game. I know last year, um, it was pretty big when they first released it with the Road Wrestle with the WrestleMania 30s WrestleMania mode, which was good because when I first got it, I was really addicted. I wanted to get my hands on and just get my hands on my controller and just go ahead and just play it, everything. And when I got my hands on it, and I was like, I can't believe I'm actually doing this. But I remember they've uh, they've made like me and you, we had a conversation at school today. Um, we were talking about how much longer they're going to make their games for the 360 and everything.
Yeah,
Um, I think he told me they were going to do it until 2016.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's going to be so it's going to be a little while. So until I graduate high school, I might plan on buying an Xbox One because 360 games are going to be done pretty soon because they made SVR 11 on the PS2. And that was the last WWE game they made for that console. And they went to PS3 after that, which I've never played. I've never played PS3. My brother's got a PS3. I played his maybe once, but I didn't really like it because I couldn't figure it out. I don't know PlayStation controls like I used to because I used to just know what to do and everything and hit buttons and just get it just get what you got to do in there.
yeah. I was a PlayStation player since around like the early 2000s. Like I had a PlayStation One, which was my actual first console. I remember I had WCW versus NWO Thunder. I always play as Goldberg, of course. Uh,
Yeah,
Sting, Hulk Hogan, and then until I got the PlayStation 2, I started playing SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain and Chuck
yeah.
Taylor and the whole entire SVR series.
That's when it would give. I remember playing SVR07 on the PS2 console, and I remember it didn't look that half bad. I remember it looking pretty good and pretty decent because, I remember I actually did have a copy of SVR07 on my Xbox. I remember that looked kind of more realistic. But they made the trailer when they made the trailer for it. I mean, it felt like it almost seems like it was almost like an arcade game because WWE All Stars. That game kind of blowed.
Yeah, it was alright.
I mean, I got a copy of it. I haven't played it for a long time, and last time I played it was about last year. I don't really play the. I don't. I bought it because I thought it was cool, and because everyone was playing it and everything, and it's maybe it'll be good. And then I played it, and then I started. It just felt like it felt like one of the arcade games. But I remember it being good because I remember you had to do it was kind of like a Road to WrestleMania. You had a tag team, and then you only played 10 matches, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, in the dream matches, the Stone Cold versus CM Punk, the Ultimate Warrior versus Sheamus,
Hmm.
John Cena versus Hulk Hogan, of course.
Right, right. Because John Cena and Hogan, they're two different people, but they're almost exactly alike. They have the same fan base almost. When Hogan came out, people just loved Hogan. That was the thing. A lot of people in the 80s and into the 90s. That was a thing to do on Mondays was watch wrestling. Like today. It's not a big thing anymore. A lot of people don't watch anymore because it's parent guardian, but I remember in 2012 they brought maybe just a teeny weeny bit of attitude, just a little. They didn't bring much because they had the CM Punk storyline with him and Ryback. Because I remember at Hell in a Cell, they went on top of the cell and they just and Ryback kicked the crap out of CM Punk on the cell. The crowd was just ecstatic in 2012 because it was actually kind of a year of almost attitude, but not as much.
Yeah, and coming from a CM Punk fan, I was pretty much cheering for both Ryback and Punk. And I always wanted Punk to win, of course. And Paul Heyman, yeah, he's been with CM Punk and Ryback pretty much the whole rivalry
Right.
from 2012 to let's say this year before Punk quit, and it brings back some memories from 2012 to 2013 and 14 when CM Punk versus Ryback once again inside the Hell in a Cell. It looks like Ryback can't beat CM Punk anymore. Like
No,
never CM Punk, not even once.
because they made Punk a face, and Punk is does the character both as a heel and a face both. I mean, he does a great job. And I was also hearing online that Randy Orton might turn face pretty soon too, because lately they've been having Kane and Orton doing their dirty work for Seth Rollins, which. I mean, I wouldn't want to do their dirty. I wouldn't do Seth Rollins' dirty work either if I was Randy Orton, because I'd actually like to see Orton versus Triple H. You have Orton as the face, and then you have Triple H, as the heel as he is now. Because actually they did that, a long time ago. I think in 2003 or something, 2004. They had Triple H was the bad guy, Randy Orton was, the face, and then I remember, Randy Orton, he ran away, on Raw. He grabbed the title from Triple H, and he ran away with it, and I think he like spit in his face or something. No, that was Mick Foley. He spit in Mick Foley's face that one time. Uh, Um, and they pushed him down the stairs, and he was like, he thought he must have called him like common trash or something.
Yeah, and I remember, I think it was back in 2009 when Randy Orton versus Triple H, the whole entire rivalry. Back when it was still it was PG. It was the beginning of the PG era.
Right.
Back and when Randy Orton DDT Stephanie McMahon, he kissed her right in the lips while Triple H was handcuffed to the ropes.
And
That,
Triple H was on like drugs or something.
yeah, he was watching the whole thing. Then Randy Orton grabbed his sledgehammer and blasted Triple H with it.
Right, right. When he did that, I mean, I thought that was. I mean, I thought I was. I mean, back then I was, booing Randy Orton because I didn't really like him as a bad guy. I don't like him as a bad guy, just in my opinion, of course. But I think he does the part well as a good guy himself. I mean, he can do both, and then when he does both, it's just I mean, when he was kind of a face, he did a little bit of heel. I mean, you can tell a little bit, but I mean, he was kind of trying to be the bad guy in almost his face stuff, but I mean, the fans still loved him because he always would beat up all the good guys, and he would come out of nowhere. That's why they call him, the Viper, because Vipers just strike out of nowhere. Common snakes do that. Um,
And he's been like since when he turned face around 2009. Everybody started liking him even more and more, and he gets like the merchandise and the movies and
right,
covers magazines. And then around 2012, everybody's just getting bored of him, started booing him, and everybody like complains on the internet saying that they want him to turn like heel. So they got what they want, and some people cheer, but half of them just boo at him.
right. I mean, when he did turn heel again. I didn't think it was a big thing because when he did that in 2013 at SummerSlam. I remember that was kind of almost the formation of evolution, kind of happening in because Triple H raised his arm at the end of the match and said, "Here's your winner," because he screwed Daniel Bryan of the title, but Daniel Bryan, kicked their asses again and won back at WrestleMania 30, and that was a great ass pay per view. I tell you what, WrestleMania actually was. It was pretty. I mean, it was like it was like I don't know how to say it. It was like, I mean, moments you wouldn't expect to happen. I mean, you had a. I mean, the thing I didn't like about the John Cena and Wyatt match, I mean, well, John Cena with his thing, well, they could have had him face a bigger guy, but my brother was telling me today that he saw a tweet from Bray Wyatt that he said the tweet said that kill Scorpion or something, and I assume that means Sting. But the thing is, everyone wants to see Sting versus the Undertaker at WrestleMania 31. I mean, WrestleMania 31 at the Levi Stadium. I can't think where it's at. I think it's up by up in that New Jersey area. I think. But I mean, WrestleMania 31 probably will be as good as WrestleMania 30 because their pay-per-views are ecstatic. I mean, they're just amazing to watch. I mean, they're just they're really they know how to pull off a show at the pay-per-views because I went to one myself. At Payback of this year. I mean, that was a great pay-per-view. I mean, they had the whole they had the Cena Wyatt match again, the rematch, and then they had the what did they got? They had like tag team titles going on. They had their Divas thing going on. I was surprised that I don't AJ Lee wasn't back yet. She didn't return till July. Um,
The Shield main evented. I
The main
think.
event, yeah, they that was a good match actually because everyone in the Chicago crowd was just amazing. I mean, the whole Chicago crowd themselves were just they were hyped up and everything for the entire pay per view. I mean, everyone when Paul Heyman came out, everyone kept chanting CM Punk's name, and he said CM Punk was over at the United Center, for the Blackhawks game because even though they lost that night, there goes their championship streak, whatever. I don't know hockey that much. Maybe do you watch hockey at all?
Yeah, that was the night when the Blackhawks lost to I think the L.A. Kings.
Yeah, yeah, they lost to them, and everyone, because I remember that when everyone's outside, and I saw my brother on his cell phone, and he's screaming, "No, no!" and everyone's looking at him like what's going on? What the hell happened? You know, and then he's like, "Damn it, the L.A. Kings have kicked the Blackhawks asses." Well, I wasn't. I felt a little bit Chicago-y that night because I was actually going for, because I like a lot of teams that are kind of in one state. A lot of people do. I mean, a lot of people that live in Los Angeles, they like the Lakers, they like the LA Kings. People live in Chicago, they like the Bulls, they like the Cubs and the Sox, and I mean, when you go to a Cubs game, I mean, it's like you don't want to go just to cheer on maybe the team. You want to go to have a good time. I mean, that's what I want to. I want to go to Wrigley Field just to have a great time, and enjoy myself. I mean, that's the thing I like to do is go to a Cubs game. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a Cubs game or a Sox game. Heck, I'd like to see them face off in Chicago. I mean, that'd be great because it'd be just home versus home. But the thing is, I think the Sox play at a different, field than they have Cubs play at Wrigley Field because it would technically be if there was Cubs versus Sox at Wrigley Field. It'd be technically be the Sox were away, but actually they're home too. So they should. I mean, both teams should wear their home jersey no matter what because they're home in their hometown.
Yeah, and I think what my brother and his friend were supposed to go to one. I think around August or something, but it didn't happen because there was like a whole bunch of plans going around that time. And
Right.
maybe I want to go to a baseball game. I haven't never been to a baseball game, but I want to have an experience like inside a baseball game.
I mean, I went to a baseball game, when I was like way little. I mean, I remember I have like vivid memory of it all. I went to a Twins game back in well, can't think. I must have been like maybe 4 or 5 at the most. I went to a Twins game. I don't remember who they faced that day, but I remember sitting like like there's the pitcher's mound like right there. The guy's gonna hit the ball like all the way like straight across. We were like way like right across the way there. If we were facing kind of like directly with the with the pitcher's mound. I mean, with the or whatever the base is that what it is? The base hit,
The
whatever.
the home plate.
Home plate, yeah. They were. I remember. I don't remember who was playing, but I remember like going to one Twins game, and that's the arena I went to that collapsed in before they fixed it because I thought they were gonna move it to a different location. They never did. I thought they were, but they decided to remodel it, which is good because they probably put a whole. I think they put a whole new thing over top of it so it wouldn't collapse in. I mean, because I mean, the winter's gonna be coming here pretty soon in like another 6 to almost 8 weeks here. We have to get through November 1st, but I thank God that it hardly snows in November, and November is a pretty good month for me. So I mean I'm gonna be I mean I just can't wait till the end of the year because it just seems like this year just started. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just flew by like a jet.
I
I
mean
haven't like yeah, I've been to like Chicago. I had a fun time. I just can't wait until 2015. See what that year's going to be.
I think that year's going to be pretty good for a lot of people. I mean, I remember they had the whole 2000 thing, whatever. I fixed my collar here. They had the whole entire, the thing. The world's gonna end. The world's gonna end. The crash or whatever it is they were gonna do, and they had it in 2012 too. That they say the world's gonna end. It's gonna the meteors are coming first. Well, we've had meteors like come right past us, so that doesn't technically mean the world's gonna end. We don't know. The only thing that says the world's gonna end, that I know you're not a Bible reader. I probably know that. Um, they had in the Bible it says that God says that it's about a son that not even I'm the only one who knows what day the world's gonna end. Not even my son knows. I mean, that's kind of a I mean, I mean that's kind of the thing you're hiding from your kid there. I mean, I would tell your kid, hey, Jesus, the world's gonna end. God's probably like 10, like 100 feet tall, up there in his big chair in his big throne, which is cool because I'll see that one day. When I go 6 feet. I mean, I hope that day doesn't happen anytime soon. um, but I mean, he's probably thinking, "Oh, hey, Jesus, the world's gonna end in the year 5,000." Well, I'll be dead by 5,000, so I mean, I won't be here anymore. Um, so anyway, is there anything that you want to talk about? Anything that we need to discuss? Because I mean, this is kind of like your and I thing now. I mean, because I remember you said that you want to kind of do this before. Because I know you wanted to be a chef and a wrestler. Is that right?
Yeah, Ben. I was thinking about being a broadcaster, so
I
pretty much a
mean, I
new
mean,
thing.
I mean, that's all right. I mean, nothing wrong with a broadcaster. I mean, this could be a you and I thing here. I just hope on YouTube they can hear us. Oh man. What kind of do you have a mic like mine, or do you have like one of those earbud mics?
I have like it's kind of like yours, but it seems that it's not working. So I just use a. I have a little mic right here on my laptop, so
Okay.
it's pretty much working.
Well, you can also Walmart sells like little cameras and stuff, so you can like get yourself on here like what I'm doing. I mean, I'm not afraid to show my face, but if you don't want to buy a camera, totally up to you. But they sell them at Walmart. I mean, I don't know how much they were, but one of my friends he bought one day out at Walmart, and maybe it was 25, maybe 30 something bucks. Maybe it's more than that. I don't know. But I don't need one because mine's already attached here. But the thing is about this camera though, it can kind of be really sucky at sometimes. I mean, it comes in as a good picture, but um, I mean, it's kind of right now. It's kind of fuzzy for me. I can see it's pretty fuzzy. I don't like it when it's fuzzy because I like full HD. I mean, a lot of people like full HD because that's what it is. Everything is these days is full HD. So I mean, what do you do? But I'm kind of disappointed though. No one's watching this. I'm kind of disappointed a little bit. What the hell?
It's sad.
I mean, a lot of people they wanna. I mean, I see a lot of people they do their streams, almost here every day. I mean, let me try. I'm gonna try it again here. Let me see if I can share this thing here again. And uh,
Like nothing's even on unless they're on the WWE network watching NXT.
probably. I mean, well,
Like
that's what a lot of people are probably doing too. Because today is Thursday, isn't it?
yeah. Like of course they're not watching TNA because TNA's moved in to Wednesdays.
Oh, that's right. I thought TNA was still on Thursdays. Well,
No,
let me.
I heard there's like SmackDown gonna be on Thursdays too, around like
Yeah,
October.
I heard that too. I mean they'll go back what they used to do. Let me go to WWE.com here in a minute and let me see what they got for their. Let me see what's happening right now. I'll check it out for myself here. So have a sip of my. I went and got some Wendy's because I like Wendy's. So I
Oh,
didn't get one of those I didn't get one of those big greasy ass burgers. I got just a chicken sandwich. I mean, chicken sandwiches are a little more healthier and they have like they got protein in it because I like protein myself.
yeah, I do the same thing with McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's.
I went to Burger King the other day, once, and they, you know how much they charge for like a Coke, a large Coke.
Like I think $1.07 or something.
They charge like a couple bucks and a half, I think, for just a Coke,
What size?
large.
That's stupid. When you go
That's
to
a ripoff. I mean,
you can go to
Co-
McDonald's to get a dollar large drink,
right.
but Burger King always got to do a different way. They want more money. Pretty much the Burger King here is pretty much almost out of business. So
Yeah, I mean, just like Taco Bell. I mean, I like Taco Bell. I wish Taco Bell didn't leave because it's stupid. They found they found like I think they had like some green chicken or something in their in their food or something, and they were cooking it and they found green chicken, or I think someone might have been eating it. I don't know. God, I hope no one was eating that chicken, man. If someone was,
Yeah, same with Hardee's. Hardee's used to be here until someone fat in the bathroom. It was like an employee, then didn't even wash his hands.
yeah, I mean, I mean, a lot of that's what it requires these days. You gotta wash your hands every time you go to when you go to work and everything, and when you work at a job like that, they require you to wash your hands. So, well, is NXT on right now, or is it? Well, we'll be on in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, I forgot it starts at 8.
I forgot. Yeah. Well, I wonder what is going to happen tonight on NXT. I mean, I hope it's going to be good because, I mean, I want Sami Zayn to be the NXT champion. I want him to be NXT champion right now. I mean, he's a good champion because you got to make someone like a big name because he's kind of well,
He's like
let's
the
just say it.
he's like the
He's
Dan-
what?
he's like the Daniel Bryan in NXT.
Right, right. I mean, there's no one gonna be as better there or Daniel Bryan. I mean, some people, that's what he says, and he says there's no one gonna be better than Daniel Bryan. Well, there's maybe some people a little bit better than you. I mean, Bryan, you've been around for about oh, how long is it? He's been wrestling since like 2002, 2001, whatever, with Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels kind of betrayed him, you know, whatever, which is completely retarded. I mean, I wouldn't betray my my students because if I had a student like Shawn Michaels, hey, you know what? If my teacher was Shawn Michaels at anything, if it was like wrestling, baseball, basketball, whatever sport you're gonna do, I actually wouldn't mind having Shawn Michaels being my mentor. I actually think that'd be pretty. I think that'd be pretty cool myself.
Yeah, I agree. Same with of course Seth Rollins, who has his own wrestling company or training place in Moline or Davenport, which I
Yeah,
want which I want
yeah.
Seth,
I mean that'd be.
like I want to be trained by Seth Rollins himself. I don't want to see him as like, oh, Seth Rollins the wrestler, which I can see him as Colby Lopez, like just a
Yeah, I mean
normal who
a normal
work,
guy. Yeah.
yeah, who is working, who's making a big name for himself right now in WWE.
I mean he's gonna and one day people are gonna like him. I mean maybe right now they may not like him because he's with the authority
He betrayed his brothers.
because if yeah, because I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, they kind of he worked with Seth Rollins worked with Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose for quite a long time since 2012, and like about a couple years later, I said, well, it's time to kind of end your reign here. I mean, you guys need to go your separate paths, and if you go your separate paths, I mean, you're going to have to find your own solutions to do this. I mean, and you've had like a whole bunch of people try to go out and just stop the authority. I mean, right now it's kind of like they're like the corporation of like 1998, 97. I mean,
Yeah, like how they have Vince McMahon, Triple H, Shane McMahon, The Undertaker, Paul Bearer, who else? I forgot who else. I
I
think,
think there was a guy named Midian, I think, on the team. I can't think of everyone's name, but there's some guy named Midian, I think.
but they had a rivalry with Stone Cold Steve Austin, like the one time when Stone Cold dressed up as a druid, he
Yeah.
going after The Undertaker. Then he was going after Triple H, of course, and Vince McMahon, and maybe they try and make Dean Ambrose do the same thing. Maybe try and make Dean Ambrose the present Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Maybe. I mean, he kind of almost has that kind of look like Stone Cold Steve Austin. He kind of has that about that same look. I
The,
mean,
the attitude.
Yeah, I mean Dean Ambrose, he's a he's like a freaking spider monkey, I mean he knows how to, woo the crowd and do this with them and make them say, you know what, I'm good. A lot of people I'm gonna love this guy. I'm gonna love this guy because you know what, this guy's trying to stop the authority because Seth Rollins reminds me of like another guy. I'm trying to think here. Well, since you had Shane McMahon, there's Stephanie McMahon. You had Vince, which is Triple H now. I mean, they both had short hair, and since Triple H decided, I'm gonna go ahead and just buzz my head off, just to see what that does to everyone, see if that changes everyone's mind. And he did that, and I thought, this buzz cut makes him look like a total doofus, you know. And then, and later on, I think, hey, you know what? Maybe it fits his look. Maybe it's gonna be his new look now. Maybe he's gonna have no hair. I mean, because that hair of his was just, I think he was ready to cut it off because I don't think it really fit his style. Because when he had all that hair, I mean, it looked pretty good on him. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with hair. I mean, I need a haircut myself because I just like to wear a hat because I don't like having a lot of my hair out because it's just I'm probably gonna lose some of my hair though tonight.
Yeah, same here. I need to get a haircut. It feels like start itching and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's starting to become an afro, which I need to start buzzing it off to like, of course, bald.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of people, they kind of they fit the buzz cut or they fit that style or they fit that style of having, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can fit the style of having a buzz cut or having, well, or having like or just having a mohawk or something. Or some people could rock the mullet. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I have to have a beard myself one day, but a lot of people these days, a lot of people grow beards because a lot of people have acne. Of course, I mean, I got it. I mean, there's no shame to say I got it. I mean, I don't like having acne, but it's just something that's got to be taken care of because the only way you can take care of it is if you just keep using. I mean, I go to a dermatologist. I mean, they help me and everything. It's good that they help me, but I don't have to go many times as I used to anymore because well, it's just been going away. I mean, but I mean, a lot of people, they don't take care of it because when they don't, I mean, it makes them look like a monster or something. But I mean, let's look at them if they want to go on to oh like prom or something, and they say, "I got a big zit on my forehead." Well, I don't think you want to show your girlfriend a big zit if you have one of those on your prom night. Because I might go to prom maybe next year, but this year I'm going to a wedding, so I'm still gonna look pretty sexy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not going to homecoming. I'm not going to homecoming next year. The last prom like thing I went was back in grade school when I was in sixth grade. I got I got left out by my girlfriend not once, not twice, not three times, but four times. Then the very
Wow.
then the very last dance was the last day, like the last day of school dance. I didn't show
Right.
up, but she did. And then one of my buddies like called me like the next day or so. He started to say that, oh, your girlfriend was crying and stuff because you didn't show up. Well, that's how I feel when you when she just not show up for the fourth time.
I mean, like when she like stood you up or something. I mean, she stood you up pretty much at prom, and I mean, the only way you can get someone to go to prom with you is actually if you're dating that person, or if you just say, you know what, how about you and me? We go to a prom, we dance, we have a good time, we go to a dinner and maybe a movie or something afterwards. Because I mean, a lot of people go to the prom just maybe to dance, or maybe they want to say, you know what, in high school I had a slow dance, and that's okay. Because I would like to have a slow dance myself someday. I mean, there's no wrong with that. I mean, like maybe like maybe at my wedding, maybe I'll have a slow dance because having a slow dance is to say I did this and I did this on my wedding day almost. So if you've been married for 40 years and you got married like I don't know 40 years ago, and say, 40 years ago, I did a slow dance with my wife, and that's a lot of people a lot of people can say I have done it, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. And a lot of people do it just to say, and they have a big cake and everything. And um, it's been maybe a couple years ago, or maybe about a year, 3 years ago. I went to my grandparents. They had their 50th anniversary. Their wedding, and I'm glad they've been around. For they've been married for 50 years, and they're great, and they're great people. I mean, I like having a lot of people around. I like having my grandparents around because you just never know if it's a relative, if it's your, like a certain, maybe a relative that's older. I mean, I had my aunt pass away. She was a good person. She passed away last July. It was pretty bad. I mean, I didn't know that as well as my parents did, but I mean, I miss her. And then I had this one friend. She was about 100 years old. She died, during the summer as well. Her name was Catherine, and I'd my aunt was like really good friends with her, and we sometimes she would take me out there just to go visit her. I mean, I remember, and she told me, she said when I'm gone, I'll be watching over you. I mean, I take that as saying, what, I got a guardian angel watching over me. I mean, I could have a guardian angel probably before that, but I hope I got one somewhere watching me. I mean, you probably have one yourself somewhere. I mean, it's probably watching you. I mean, it's probably, your guardian, they say a guardian angel is still here on Earth at times too, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that my dad's up there looking down on me. My stepdad that raised me since I was like 2 years old is up there watching me. Yeah, I hope they have a good time up there. Uh,
It,
my, my my
go ahead.
mom my mom went to my mom went to my dad's grave. I think when I was like a baby or something. She took me and she said she would never go over there because it was haunted because she felt like someone grabbed her and she looked and no one was there. And then my stepdad's grave is okay, but I don't feel like going down to Henry just to see his grave because people from Henry are just different. They're on their own. They're acting like everything's their own way.
Right.
And I have a friend who is pregnant. She was pregnant since she was like 13 or 14 years old. And
Wow.
she has another kid right now. She's like 16 or 17.
Wow. That's kind of screw. That's kind of screwing your life there. I mean, you've already, pretty much, you've already took your life down to the sewer. I hate to say it, but I ain't gonna. My parents always told me that never have sex with women. If you have a girlfriend, never have sex with women. When you're high school, because what, you could fuck up your life like just like that. I mean, it's not a common thing. You just fuck up your life. I wouldn't. I ain't gonna go for that because I don't need to be making no little babies. I mean, I see my nephew and he's about 3 now, and he's a pretty adorable child per se, and he's pretty cool. I mean, I see him. I saw him tonight. I saw him tonight actually because I had to go move a couch. I had to go help my brother move a couch that they bought from his stepmom, and so we couldn't even get the couch in the house because it was me, my dad, and then my brother, and then my sister-in-law was outside, doing nothing as usual, just doing her thing, whatever, sitting out there, just looking back and forth in the street, like, hello everyone, can you see me? Hello. So we were on we got the couch. We borrowed my grandparents' truck. We put the couch in the back and everything, and I'm sitting there. I have to ride in the back. I had to ride in the back to hold the couch to make sure the couch wouldn't fall. So I rode in the back, and I had to put my hand on it. So here's the couch. That was had my hand on it. Oh my god, that felt so uncomfortable. And I had this little space that must have been maybe at least this big. I had nowhere else to sit. I swear to God, that space was so freaking. It's probably about as wide as my butt. I swear to God. And there was this little this thing hanging down because you know how trucks, they always have those things that come down. They have little those pole fit those little small metal poles that hang down so they can hold up the bottom part of it.
To the
Yeah, yeah, that thing. And I was holding on that thing, and my dad was driving the truck, and my brother is up in the front, in the passenger, and I'm in the back. I'm like, oh my god, Dad, please do not go down Main Street. I mean, I hope he doesn't, because we didn't go down Main Street. We didn't go down there. Thank God, because if there was cops, they probably would have pulled my dad over. Probably the cop would have said, "Get down, son. Get in the truck and do whatever." He probably would have pulled me over and just gave my dad a ticket. But then if we got into that, then my grandparents have a fit, and it would be the rest would just be it'd be history. And the funny thing was that um, holy crap! I looked over at my TV in a second, and I saw this cat is like a teardrop. It just came down his eye. I was like, what the hell? What commercials are they making these days? What the heck? What is this? Is this television, or is this Comedy Central? Oh my god! I don't know. They're making crazy commercials. But anyway, so we got the couch back into my brother's house. So we're getting the couch in there and everything. And the thing is, we can't get the couch in there. So what we did was we had the couch with us. We got my brother was on one side. My brother was in the house. My dad was in like on the other side, on the outside. And so we're doing this and everything, and I'm holding the door open so they can get in. So they get the couch in there, and they had to stand the couch up. And we thought maybe this could work. So my brother called his wife down and hey, what are we gonna do about this couch? So what we did was, I went all the way around the back of their house because they have like just they have no like driveway at all really. They just have like a small space to park in. So I get in there. I go all the way around the back because their neighbor's is right there. Their neighbor's driveway is like a whole bunch of rock road, and it's like freaking muddy. So I mean, like it's all rocky, but I mean it's kind of musky there. And it's kind of all dirty and shit. So I walk over there, and I walk to the back of their house. There's like a tiny door there. I'm thinking, okay, how are we gonna get a big ass couch into a tiny door? We can't. We can't. So we thought we could do it. So we brought the couch all the way to the back of the house. We get there, we're like, oh shit, we can't do it, And then what we do is we think, okay, so my brother calls his wife again. Okay, she comes over and she's like, oh my god, because the couch that they got, they bought, well, they got that before blah, 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 I can't even talk. But before they got the couch, the couch like cost like $1,500 because when it was all brand new and everything, and I'm like, holy Jesus, $1,500? How can you afford $1,500? Like, holy shit, you know. And then I look, and then my brother's yelling at me, like, grab the couch, grab the couch, grab the freaking couch, and I'm like, I can't because it's all freaking money, and my brother gets his foot like stamped on, I'm like, what in the fuck is going on here? So what I do is we grab the couch, we take it all the way to the front, which is, thank God, it's only just like we just go around a small curve, and we get around there finally. So we got the couch back in the house, and what we do, there's like this freaking door that's in the way. I swear to God, the freaking door is in the way. We're like, oh my God, we can't get it. So finally, we were able to close the door. Thank freaking to Lord God, we got the door closed. We got the door closed, and then there was the closet door. I'm like, what the hell? So we get to the closet door, and we get that open, and we pretty much have to put the whole part of the couch inside the closet. We finally, after that, while the part of the couch is still in the closet, I heard a bunch of stuff like falling. A bunch. When I looked at it, it was a bunch of marbles, all my nephew's toys, a bunch of stuff just fell down. I'm like, oh my God, how much toys does he need? And finally we push the couch over. It's part dirty, it's half broken. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, you broke the couch. And then finally, when we get the couch in there, we had to get through this small space, and part of that space there, it goes on the wall. Part of that paint is it's like we tore a part of the paint off. We tore part of it off, and we're like, oh shit, the landlord's gonna be pissed. Oh boy. And I said to him, okay, can you guys repaint it? And then like my sister-in-law says, you can't paint it because the landlord will charge us less. I think, just go ahead and paint it. You can get less money. You don't have to work for much money. But whatever. I don't want to. It's oh my god, that was such a freaking night. So I came home, got cleaned up and everything. I didn't. This I just put this shirt on because a lot of radio show guys they look pretty fancy. They look pretty stunning. Because I like pink. Pink fits me, and I wanted to wear my hat because I went to that wrestling show. But anyway, I've had an interesting weekend, and well, I'm gonna by this weekend I'm going to my family reunion. Great time. We get pretty much everyone from on my dad's side of the family. We all getting around together, and we have a we have a big party, because we celebrate our family that we started doing this reunion. I don't know when it started, but my mom's parent, my grandparents, my grandma's parents, okay, started this thing a long time ago. And when they started this, they said, "How about we do this for a long, long time?" I've seen pictures of my great grandparents, and they were, I mean, I don't, I mean, like my dad knew him and everything, and he was, my dad didn't know much about him because he was probably maybe 3 or 4 when one of them died, and the other one just when he was older, that person died too. But it just seems like not that long ago our grandparents were here on Earth. You know what I mean? It just seems like not that long ago they were here with us.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I didn't even never met my grandpa. I never met my great grandparents, and that's I'm pretty sure that some of my brothers met one of them, but my mom always told me that she told me that my grandma always like she's always married to like different guys back then. Like my mom had a stepdad. Now, well, she had like two stepdads. Um, they're always mean. They're always mean to my mom though. I don't even know why, but I felt the same way. I have a mom who is married. My mom, the guy that my mom's married right now, um, he never liked me. The first day, I thought we were gonna be cool and stuff, but then he got really mad for no reason. So I'm trying to be cool with him again. Then he started getting in my head and stuff. First he said he asked me if it's okay if I can call him dad, but he's not my real dad. And I'm in that age that I know who my real dad is.
Yeah, I mean, your mom probably told you this is your real father. You're gonna, I mean, it's gonna be a heck of a thing that you miss him. And I mean, a lot of people, a lot of people, a lot of people, like they go into foster care and everything. And I mean, that's never a good thing to get into, is being with foster care. I mean, I don't like having to deal with foster care because that'd be a big thing to do. I mean, I know I know some parents that are foster parents, and I mean, it's it's kind of a big stepping stone to have to be pretty much to be a foster parent. I mean, it's like raising another kid, but that's not that's not your kid. That's not your kid at all. I mean, you're raising someone else's child for that person, but when you raise them, it's they kind of almost call you, they almost call you, hey, they almost call you mommy or daddy. I mean, because but but then as soon as that person, if it's a person they're raising as a baby, and they're up to almost adulthood and everything, then they tell them later, this is your real mother and father. You can go see them on this day or maybe that day or something. But I mean, it'd be hard to live life without seeing your parents. But I mean, some people have it easy. Some people are different. It's you never know. I mean, life can bring you anything that you want to bring, and when it brings you something, well, if life brings you lemons, you make lemonade. So you know,
Like Trevor Jenkins with when he made homemade lemonade
yeah, that
at the
was
truck
that was
stop.
funny. He told us, and everything. And
He's a funny guy.
well, what time is it? Well, I think we can call this one our first episode here. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, because I think I'm gonna finish off here. So, well, thank you everyone for watching. Antonio, anything else to say?
I'd like to say thank you. Don't hate me because I'm new to this, so yeah, thanks.
Well, thanks for everyone watching, and we'll probably see you probably next Thursday or whenever I get to doing a live stream. But thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.